Hi everyone, I'm Whitney and I post a new tutorial every week to help sewers of all skill levels learn new projects and techniques. This week I'm showing how to make a drawstring bag that has a boxed bottom, and this makes it so perfect for organizing things, especially toys, which definitely is helpful after the holiday season. We all could use some toy organization, and this bag is perfect for holding things like Legos, Lincoln Logs, Duplos, etc. I wanted mine to have a contrasting top, so I cut my two lining pieces to 14 by 16 inches, the contrast top pieces at 14 by 5 inches, and the bottom outer to 14 by 11.5 inches. Start by placing the top and bottom pieces right sides together and sewing with a 1/4 inch seam allowance to attach. If you don't want a contrasting top, just cut the outer and lining to the same size and skip this step. Press the seam and sew a top stitch to hold the seam allowance in place. Repeat for the other side of the bag. Then lay the two pieces right sides together. Add craft clips to hold them in place. Sew around the sides and bottom with a 1/4 inch seam allowance. Place the lining pieces right sides together. Sew around the sides and bottom, leaving a 3 to 4 inch opening in one of the sides. Backstitch at the beginning and ending of each stitching line. Now it's time to box the corners. Situate the corner so that the seams are coming down to the point. Make sure everything is laying flat and that the seams line up with the seam allowances going in opposite directions. Place a ruler across the edge so it is straight with the seam, and the point of the bag takes up 3 inches on the ruler. Use a marking tool to draw a line across the edge. Sew directly on the marked line. Repeat for each corner of the outer and the lining. Turn the outer right sides out and put it inside the lining so the right sides are together. Line up the side seams and clip them together. Sew around the top edge to attach. Reach in through the opening in the side and turn everything right sides out. Sew a seam to close up the opening in the side of the lining. Then tuck the lining inside and smooth out the top edge. Sew a top stitch around the top edge. Turn the bag inside out and grab a ruler and a marking pen. Use them to mark a line 2.5 inches down from the top edge. Mark another line 3/4 of an inch past the first line. Sew directly on both marked lines to form the drawstring casing. Do a back stitch each time you sew over a side seam to secure the stitches. Use a seam ripper or small scissors to carefully open up the stitches at each side between the casing lines. Feed a ribbon into the casing and all the way around until it comes out the same opening. Trim the ribbon ends, sear with a lighter, and tie in a knot. Repeat with the opening on the other side. So we've been keeping 2 sets of Duplos in a Dollar Tree basket, but it's actually starting to break, and that's why I made this bag. And it's just big enough to hold both those sets of blocks. And at this point you can see that Skylar decided to come in and help. I love how the bag looks. That contrasting bit at the top adds so much interest without making this bag any harder to sew. I have several other drawstring bag tutorials here on my channel, and you can find all of them in a playlist linked right over here to the side. Make sure you also click my picture right down there to subscribe because you don't want to miss out on my upcoming tutorials. And until next time, happy sewing!